Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Y'all know what time it is, right? Your girl Janine Merriweather is live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Come on inside of the room. Let's get into this conversation about walking out. Let's get into this conversation about walking it out. Now, the reason why this is just so timely is because as soon as you teach a lesson, you get a challenge or a test in the lesson. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't think I did that good. I think I did okay, but I probably got a C or a very low B, maybe a C plus. But look, come on in the room. Definitely drop your name inside the chat. We're going to walk it out. We're going to walk it out together. And I'm going to talk to you about where I am and my understanding of what I experienced just yesterday. And no worries. Hopefully I don't choke today, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know. Something just got in my throat and it felt like it was closing. But I had my Ricola. I got my water, and I normally have these things, but we're going to see and make sure that this actually goes well today and I don't have to hop off. But hashtag walk it out. Hashtag walk it out. Hashtag walk it out. Okay. So on yesterday, there was a situation that happened with my daughter. I want to say congratulations to Samira Merriweather. Hey, Nakia, how you doing out there? I want to say congratulations to my daughter, Samira Merriweather. She has been promoted from elementary school to middle school. So she had a ceremony on yesterday. Hashtag work it out. Hashtag work it out. Put it in the chat. Hashtag work it out. Hi, Linda. How you doing? So we was working it out. We was walking it out, walking it out. Hashtag walk it out. Hashtag walk it out. Christopher, what's up? You in the community? Where you at? We just gotta talk right now. I'm like hyped because I'm starting to see you all the time. But thank you so much for coming in here. Right, walk it out, walk it out. Okay, so on Monday we was talking about just wanting to be right and how I love the songs by Keith Wonderboy Johnson, right? And of course, as soon as you teach something, gotta have you test it in those areas to see how you actually walk it out. Hashtag walk it out. Hashtag walk it out. So on yesterday, my daughter had this ceremony. She got promoted, and I actually brought in her sash, her graduation sash, because they didn't have like a graduation gown and a cap and a tassel and all that. It's like, nah, we don't do all of that from middle school, from elementary school to middle school. No, you just get a little certificate, a ceremony. So we didn't have the family come in town. We didn't do none of the things we would normally do for a graduation because we was just like, no, it's good. We're going to wait until she gets out of 8th grade, going into high school, and my other daughter going from high school into college. So we already know, look, we ain't planning for no graduations until then, right? But listen, hashtag walk it out, hashtag walk it out. So I left her sash with her because I wasn't sure if they were going to wear it, and they wound up not wearing it. But I asked my daughter before I left, I said, hey, Samira, do you have access to go get my sash? Because it's my sash. Hashtag is my sash. Hashtag is my sash. As a parent, these kids get things like yearbooks and all this stuff, but we pay for them, so they belong to us. They don't get that. Like, no, this is my memories. Because you're going to take it to your room and throw it in the trash and in the closet. It ain't going to be worth 2 cents by the time you turn 20. But after you turn 20 and you're old enough, I may give you some of these things as keepsakes. But for now, all this stuff belongs to me. Hashtag is mine. Hashtag is mine. So listen, I asked her to go get the sash out of her room, her classroom, but she was like, I don't have access to get it. I have to stay here in the gymnasium. I said, okay, well, Samira, when you come home, make sure you bring it. Don't get it wrinkled, ripped, or messed up. So my daughter walks in. She's boo-hooing, crying, face swollen, eyes red. I jump up from the seat. I snatch the headphones out my ear. Y'all, I'm about to get on the call. It was like 3 o'clock on yesterday. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, what's going on? She was like, yeah, so-and-so took my sash. They wouldn't give it back to me. I know they took it and all that stuff. I'm like, give me her telephone number. I'm about to call her on her phone and talk to her parents right now. I was like, let's go. Now, mind you, the girl used to live in the neighborhood. She don't even live in the neighborhood no more. So I was ready to go straight to the house, right? And of course, when I dialed the number, because y'all do know I did dial the number. I did dial the number, right? But when I dialed the number, no one picked up. And at that time, I was so happy. By the time I calmed myself down, I was like, you know what? This girl may not have been the person that took the sash. And here I am about to approach her and talk to her parents and all these things. So let me just calm down. And here are the things that I believe that you need to keep in mind when you're walking it out, right? And when you face certain situations that requires you to put into practice what you know is right. Hashtag I want to be right. Hashtag I want to be right, right? Because that's where it all stems from. All our lessons tied together. And like I said, as soon as you teach something, God will challenge you. He'll test you to see so you can see where you are. So I was just like, okay, when it comes to walking this thing out, there's three things that we need to keep in mind. Number one is whatever it is that you're facing, it's all based on the relationship. Hashtag relationship. Hashtag relationship. So I am sure that if it was something like materialistic, like I had a couple of situations last week where I didn't receive a shipment in on time from a particular place that I ordered something from. And I was just like, you know what? No problem. I'm going to go to plan B. I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to let it go. But let me tell you, when these people in this world, from the school to the church to anything, start messing with these babies that God blessed me with, do y'all understand I fade to black? Hashtag fade to black. So y'all got to pray for me. Y'all got to pray for me, because these relationships that you have, right, that you have connected to you determines how you actually respond in the heat of the moment. Because I was trying to review and go over like what made me so crazy in this situation, but then in this situation I was pretty good and I didn't really go fade to black, right? But I know when it comes to those children, to DJ and Samira, I fade to black. So y'all just got to keep me in prayer, right? So it really depends on the relationship when you're actually walking it out. And it doesn't give you an excuse, because I'm gonna give you some things that you need to have in your back pocket to help you as tools to be able to respond better. So the second thing is it really depends on the value of the thing. Hashtag value, hashtag value, hashtag value. So sometimes it's okay to actually lose things, not have things, misplace things, but it really depends on the weight or the value that you're putting onto it. Like right now, because I have experienced losing a parent, right? If I lost something that my mom gave me, I'm pretty sure it's going to be emotional for me, right? Y'all remember when I talked about losing all the messages from my phone by using another SIM card? That value to those messages and what they meant for me made it harder to depart with them, right? And it's the same thing when people are challenging you in an area where there's a lot of value of a point or importance tied to it. It is harder for you to just brush it off, right? Or hashtag walk it out, or hashtag walk it out, right? So it really depends on the value. The last thing I want you to keep in mind, it also depends on your emotional stability. Yep. Hashtag it, emotional stability. So y'all do get in certain situations, you may be a little more stronger. You may have been like more well rested. You have just come off a high of a powerful message at church on Sunday. Like, it's all those things are important. That's why you need to stay connected to your faith-based community. You need to do your Bible studies. You need to have personal time with God in the morning. You need to have people that you could call and talk to help talk you off the ledge or get you from the fade to black zone. Like I was, hey, sissy, how you doing? Right? So those things are the three things that you have to kind of keep in mind while you're hashtag walking it out, and how you're responding to these situations that you're being tested in. So here's the things that I believe that you need to have in your back pocket that you may not have. Number one is you need to be able to breathe. Hashtag breathe. Hashtag breathe. So as a coach and as someone that's in a self-development space, we discuss and we talk about breathing techniques, right? Like the box where you breathe up for 4, hold for like 4, breathe down for 4, hold for 4, right? So that's like the box. But you have these different things where you can actually breathe yourself out of a situation, because the breathing actually relaxes you and calms you down. Hashtag breathe, hashtag breathe, hashtag breathe. So when you are in those uptight situations, you need to have some type of inhale, exhale technique to help get you from that 10 or that 8 back down to like a 5, a 3, a 2, or a 1. Do you get what I'm saying? The second thing is ask people to help and pray for you. Do you get, yesterday I had to tell one of my friends, I hadn't even talked to her in years, and I was just like, girl, I'm so upset about this situation that happened to my child. Can you please just pray for me? Can you please, have talked this situation out with me? Am I overreacting? How should I be feeling? Right? Because that's how upset I really was based on what the relationship of this person or the person that was offended. Like, if anybody's child comes in crying and hysterical, of course, you're going to go straight to 10. I know I did. And then I started asking questions later, like, okay, are you sure that this person did this and all this thing? But do understand that today the girl did give it back to her, and the person that she said took it did take it. But I'm just throwing that out there. The last thing is I want you to have is a lifeline. Hashtag lifeline, hashtag lifeline. So there's some people that you can talk to that's just gonna get rah-rah with you. They're gonna join into the fade and the black, and y'all both gonna be at the black, and y'all gonna go from the 10 to the 20. I don't want you calling them people when you upset. Do you understand? Hashtag lifeline, hashtag lifeline. I want you to call the person that's going to have a different perspective than you, that's going to definitely let you know when you are wrong or when you're not handling a situation based on treating people right, or knowing better and doing better, right? Or treating a person like you want to be treated, or extending grace to yourself because this thing has happened and it's to someone that you love. Because sometimes we totally blame ourselves for certain things. Because I was like, man, I shouldn't have left that sash. Man, I should have pressed for her to go get it. Then we wouldn't be in this situation, right? But that's not what it was. It was just a situation of being tested and to see how I'm going to respond. Remember that the devil is here to what? Kill, steal, and destroy. He is on his job every single day. So even when you ain't prayed up, even when you don't have lifelines, even when you don't have breath exercises, even when you don't put God at the top of your list and make sure that you're connected with him before you leave the house, before you start doing things for the day, understand that the devil on his job, and he's going to definitely do what he's supposed to do. Okay, quick recap. Let's talk about what to keep in mind when you're walking it out. The first thing is the relationship, the value, and your emotional stability. And here are the things you need to have in your back pocket as tools. You need to have a breath or breathing exercise. You need to ask for prayer for some prayer warriors, right? You need to have a prayer circle that you could call and be like, I need you to pray for me. And I need you to pray for me right now before I lose it, right? And then you need to have a lifeline, someone that can actually talk you down from where you are. That's right. The devil is here to kill, steal, and destroy. Hey, Sister Lewis, how you doing? So happy that you're here inside of the room today. So look, you guys, that was the recap. Share this video if you believe that this video has helped you in any way to walk it out. I want you to share this. Tag people that you feel like should hear this, somebody that called you and that was in upset and all those different things. Tell them to listen to this. Keep in mind the relationship, the value, and your emotional stability, and make sure you have some type of breathing exercise. Note people that can pray for you on the spot, and a lifeline that you can reel in when you need to. Always looking forward to serving you. Tonight is Wisdom Wednesday. We're going to talk a little deeper about the conversations that was behind the way that I reacted about these different things, and the principle about holding people accountable to the things that they're doing, not letting people off the hook by just replacing things that's been taken from you. But let's get down and dirty with what is making or make different people take or do things that's out of alignment with treating people right, doing better when you know better, and giving each other grace. Always looking forward to serving you. I'll see you inside of Career to Calling with Denise Merriweather at 6 o'clock. And remember, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday, I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at